Hello, I'm back again. I just made a video yesterday, but as I said in my last video, um, I was all excited to make it because I had all that stuff to say that I wrote down. And then shortly before I sat down to make it, I had been corresponding with my oncologist about my various options. One of the options I asked about was oral chemotherapy, so I could avoid getting a port again, and also, avoid going into town every week all day and having to worry about what to do with the dog and all that kind of stuff. So I'd getting there and getting back because you can't drive on the day you have chemotherapy. So it's a kind of a logistical nightmare. And so I was hoping maybe, just maybe, I could spare all that. So before I sit down to make the video, though, I got the answers to those questions finally. And the answer was no, oral chemotherapy is not the way to go. And and I was just, sorry, I'm a little distracted. I thought, did I push play? Did I push record? So that brought me down, and a dark cloud came over me. And I thought, there's no way I can make that video, but I made it anyway because I felt the need. So that was that. And so the whole idea, as I had said before, of getting a port, because I'll have a matching scar. I'll probably have to get it on the other side so that I will have had a port on both sides. And of course the chemotherapy and starting it, and I losing my hair. That's what I just can't bear, because I finally got all this hair and it's curly. Well, it doesn't look so great now, but and then I have to go, like a naked cat or something for months on end and grow this hair back again. And I know it's first world problems, but I just can't bear the thought of it. But the thing that's I've got going for me this time is that I've kind of slowed things down somehow with my reticence and getting going. I put I asked questions, and I said I'm not going to start anything right away and go into this hectic mode. So I did slow it down that way. Oh, and I have to show you my smoothie I just made, and it's kind of partially empty because I was so excited to show it to you that I knocked it over on my desk, and it looks like I puked on my desk. So it was not pleasant, but no harm done. I didn't get it on any computer, phone, or anything like that. So it was just kind of a little bit of a mess. But it looks terrible, I know, but it's so good. What did I put in today? I put in a whole bunch of spinach. I put in a carrot. I put in a bunch of mint. I put in ginger, orange juice, and some silken tofu. I don't know, I just made it up. Oh, I put a carrot. Did I mention that? And it's really good. I cannot believe it. I'm just so impressed. So thank you to Dr. Lee for inspiring me to do this. Eat to beat disease. This is not a recipe you can find anywhere. You just have to make it up. So that being said, I've got my smoothie and I'm ready to talk to you now about today's topic, which was clouds with a silver lining. So as I said last night, I was not eager to make the video after I heard the news. I was depressed, and I thought, oh, here it comes. And then he wrote again and said, because I said, well, when should I start this bone treatment I have to do? So the bone treatment is an infusion that I have to get once a month for the rest of my life, because the breast cancer, has gone to my hip. So I thought, well, at least I could start that, because there's a little bit of a delay with the chemo, because the people who were putting the port in don't have any appointments for me until end of September. So I was thinking, okay, good. So anyway, so he wrote to me last night at about 10 o'clock, wrote back and said, yes, you can start right away. Come in tomorrow at 8. So I was like, oh, God. So all of the treatments together was just blowing my mind with the port, the chemo, this bone treatment, and just losing my hair, and it was just all too much. So it's just this treatment I had today, and the thing that was scaring me about that is the side effects of it can include, the deterioration of your jaw, that sort of thing. Nobody wants to have their jaw be like they're in a Indiana Jones film or something like that. And so, yeah, and that's a pretty high percentage of people who develop that who get this treatment because of cancer. But normally it's administered for osteoporosis, and so the odds aren't as high. So I think I mentioned that in a different video. But anyway, so he said I could come in. So my dear friend, she's always there when I need her. She said, oh, I'll pick you up at 7:30. So she taxied me into town, and I got this stuff into my vein. And I'm hunkering down because apparently the symptoms or the side effects, at least for the first time, can be maybe 3 days of flu-like symptoms, aches, and that kind of thing. And although it's been hours since I've been home, the only thing I have is kind of a bit of a headache, but it's nothing major. So maybe it'll develop into nothing. That would be nice. I hope so. So that's a silver lining. And the other silver lining is that while I was there, the results of my oncologist got the results of my bone scan, my scintigram, from last week, and no more areas are affected. So it's just confined to my hip and the spot in my breast. So I can get radiation therapy on my hip. If it had spread to other areas, then the radiation would not do a thing, because you can't radiate the whole body. So so that's good news, that maybe we can combat it that way, and just do surgery and on my lump or spot or whatever it is. I'm not exactly sure how big it is because we haven't really had a chance to talk. So and then I got my first chemo scheduled, which I said I can't go next week because I have a trip planned, so I'm not going. I don't have to go next week. I have another week and a half of freedom where I don't have to think about it, and I can get the chemotherapy intravenously because I won't have a port maybe until the end of September, which is also, a little step, and I'm happy that it's all slowed down that way. I'm supposed to get 2 different kinds of chemotherapy, but that can only be administered through the port, so he's just giving me the one that's safe to go intravenously. So anyway, so that will start a week and a half from now. The other thing I was concerned about is, well, of course, losing my hair. I've kind of gotten friendly, if you will, with all the other stuff that's going to be happening to me. I don't think friendly is a good word, but it's what I came up with at the moment. The hair loss and the loss of eyebrows and eyelashes, that I can't get friendly with. But the silver lining is, I was thinking, oh, my nephew is coming to visit me in September, and I will have only had 1 cancer treatment by then. So I probably will still have hair when he comes. So there's the silver lining. Okay, I'm going to cut this out now because I made it way too long. So, and I have to drink my smoothie because it's delicious. Okay, have a lovely evening. Bye.